Today we are going to start microorganisms and us. In our previous segment, we have discussed about different types of microorganisms. Today we are going to discuss microorganisms and us. Under this segment, we are going to discuss the harmful as well as beneficial effects of microorganisms. The harmful as well as beneficial effects of microorganisms. First, we are going to consider the beneficial effects of microorganisms. For various purposes, microorganisms are used which help us in different ways. First of all, there are so many types. If we can categorize these types, we can say, first of all, as we know that production of curd. Curd is produced from milk, and the bacteria known as lactobacillus this bacteria promotes the function or formation of curd from the milk. It actually promotes the formation of curd from the milk. How this thing happened, how curd is being made? Actually, we know milk contains lactose, type of sugar, which the bacteria converts into lactic acid. And then the lactic acids convert milk into curd, which leads to the formation of curds. In this way, lactobacillus is the bacteria which is helpful for producing the curd. Next, there is another beneficial effects of microorganisms in the bakery industry. Mostly the group fungi or fungus is used in bakery or baking industry for making bread, cakes and pastries. So, for this purpose, mostly fungus, to be more precise, yeast is being used for making bread, cakes and pastries in the bakery industries. Next we come to number 3. Production of alcohol, wine and acetic acid or vinegar. So, production of mostly alcohol, wine or vinegar. Another commercial materials which are being produced with the help of microorganisms. Here also this fungus yeast is helpful. Yeast actually is used for large scale production of alcohol, by the process commonly known as fermentation. It's a kind of abiotic respiration performed by yeast, and as a byproduct, alcohol is being produced. So we can say that the fungus yeast is helpful for producing the alcohol by the process of formation, and this alcohol is being used various ways to form wines. And this vinegar actually the acetic acid, how these vinegars are being produced? Vinegar is being produced by Acetobacter bacteria. So, Acetobacter bacteria is being used for formation of acetic acid or vinegar. Next, one of the most important thing is the production of medicines. We all know the name of antibiotics. Commonly used for controlling bacterial and fungal infection. The group of drug is known as antibiotics. This antibiotic is produced none other than microorganisms. More precisely, the fungus Penicillium notatum is being used for production of penicillin. Common antibiotic, first ever antibiotic produced for medicinal purpose. And the source of this penicillin is the microorganism Penicillium notatum. Microorganisms are also responsible for the production of other antibiotics like streptomycin, erythromycin, tetracycline, all these antibiotics. So, streptomycin, erythromycin, these are the various type of antibiotics produced by microorganisms, precisely the fungus. Vaccine. Vaccine is produced from dead or weakened but alive microorganisms of a disease to develop the immunity from that disease. So, what is vaccine? Vaccine is the substance prepared from dead, either dead or weakened but alive microorganisms. Microorganisms of a particular disease to develop the immunity from that disease, like vaccine of polio, vaccine of smallpox, typhoid, tetanus, etc. So, production of vaccine is also the causative agent of preparation of vaccine are also microorganisms. Various microorganisms are used for the production of vaccine. Now, the next one is increasing soil fertility. The soil fertility is being increased by fixing of atmospheric nitrogen to the soil. Fixing of atmospheric nitrogen to the soil. The most commonly used agent or microorganisms for fixing the nitrogen is the symbiotic bacteria Rhizobium, which are found in the root nodules of leguminous plants. They are responsible for fixing of atmospheric nitrogen to the soil and thereby increasing the soil fertility. Microorganisms like some bacteria and fungi also decompose the dead remain of plants and animals. So, decomposition by some microorganisms like some bacteria and fungus decompose the dead remains of plants and animals and also the animal waste into harmless material and clean the environment. And the entire practice is synonymous with the cleaning of environment. So microorganisms are also responsible for cleaning the environment. So these are the common beneficial uses of microorganisms. Now we come to the harmful effects of microorganisms. So now we come to the harmful effects of microorganisms. Microorganisms can be harmful in many ways. For example, some cause diseases in human beings. Some cause diseases for other animals. Some cause diseases to plants also. So, in the three different ways, microorganisms have harmful effects. So, let us discuss about the harmful effects on human. The very common example is common cold and cough. The responsible agent is virus. Next, measles. Also virus. Chickenpox. Virus. Polio. Virus. Hepatitis B. Virus. And another important disease, or we can say is it's very harmful actually, is AIDS. AIDS is the acute immunodeficiency syndrome caused by the virus which is known as HIV, that is human immunovirus. So these are the viral diseases of human beings. There are also some bacterial diseases of human. For example, TB or tuberculosis. Tuberculosis, the causative agent is bacteria, and the name of the bacteria is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Number 2, typhoid. It's also the bacterial disease, and the name of the bacteria is Salmonella typhi. Number 3, leprosy. Leprosy is another bacterial disease of human. These are the diseases caused by bacteria. There are some diseases caused by fungus to human. Most of the cases, the skin diseases, various type of skin diseases are fungal disease or caused by fungus. So these are the common harmful effects of microorganisms. There are some viral diseases, there are some bacterial diseases as well as fungal diseases. Now, apart from human, microorganisms are harmful also for the animals, also for the other animals. What are these effects? Like foot and mouth disease of cattle, foot and disease of some animal, mostly cattle. It is a viral disease. It is a viral disease. This is foot and mouth disease of cattle. Next, very common animal disease is anthrax. Anthrax disease is also found in cattle. Bacillus anthracis is the name of the bacteria. Bacillus anthracis is the name of the bacteria cause the anthrax disease of cattle. In plants, there are some harmful effects on plant also, like citrus canker disease. Citrus canker disease, as the name indicates, found in the citrus plant. It's a bacterial disease. Wheat rust disease. Wheat rust disease. It is also a plant disease caused by fungus. Yellow vein mosaic of windy. Yellow vein mosaic disease of windy. It's also a harmful disease caused by virus. So these are the harmful effects of microorganisms on plants. So there are so many harmful effects on human, other animals and plants, though microorganisms have so many beneficial effects also. As a whole, we can say that microorganisms can be considered as friend and foe. So, microorganisms have some harmful as well as some beneficial effects on the living system. Thank you. For testing your understanding of this lesson and more videos, log on to www.tubelessons.net.